What's going on, YouTube? It's Aaron is back with another video, and if I pick the wrong starter, this entire run is over. I have one chance at this. It's Pokemon FireRed, but with a twist. Today we're playing it as a hardcore Nuzlocke. If my Pokemon dies, it's gone forever. And if my starter dies, I have to start all the way over. So here we are, one chance, but it's only one question. Who do I pick? As you all know, Pokemon FireRed is finally on the Switch 2. And with this coming to the Switch 2, you know I had to get it. This is like, it's not my first Pokemon game because, of course, I know I had Pokemon Yellow. I remember playing that vividly because kid me never understood that I could just get through Pokemon Yellow by using something other than Pikachu. So I fought really hard as a kid to use the Pikachu and kept wondering why I couldn't do it when Ash could do it, and it was very frustrating. So I'm gonna jump cut until I'm in front of Oak, and you guys can see which choice I made. So now that we're back, we got Oak pulling us back to the we got Oak pulling us back to his lab. What I do know is a lot of what I know in Pokemon is very corrupted. I'm Radical Red pilled. I've played a lot of Radical Red recently, so like a lot of things in my mind are gonna jump straight to Radical Red. But of course, my rival is chat, because I know you guys are gonna give me a hard time. But so we have one choice to make here, and I have a deep idea of what I would pick. But I do want to know, if you made it this far so far, what Pokemon would you pick in this situation? I do know that we have our grass Pokemon Bulbasaur, which honestly Bulbasaur doesn't get enough respect, because if we're being honest, best Pokemon for early game. You have a type advantage over Brock and over Misty to start out the game. However, with this being a hardcore Nuzlocke, I don't think I want to choose Bulbasaur. That's too easy. Again, next Pokemon, we got Squirtle, the turtle Pokemon. This is my second guy, because growing up, I do remember having a Squirtle playthrough on FireRed. But again, type advantage over Brock, playing it on easier. And with the stakes so high that if I lose my starter, I lose it all, I kind of want to go with my typical choice and the hardest choice to start out the game with, Charmander. Because along with the fact that I'm also doing a Nuzlocke, Nuzlocks typically mean I can only encounter and catch the first Pokemon on each route. And if a Pokemon dies, they die. My problem here is with Charmander being a fire type, he has a disadvantage in the first two gyms. And with me Nuzlocking this, there's a very real chance that I don't make it past Brock. Because there's one route with a Mankey before Brock. That's the only Pokemon that I can think of off top that I can defeat Brock with easily. But we're going with the Charmander. We're gonna also name everybody for a personal connection. I forgot to mention that to you guys. But yeah, here we are. We're gonna name our Charmander. We're gonna name it after one of my favorite anime characters of all time, Naruto. When you think about the first two gyms, he's very weak, but he's a lot stronger later game. So we're going with Charmander. Let's try to make it out of this first battle without losing, because if I lose here, this does restart the run as well. Do y'all think I'm gonna make it to the second episode? I really hope so. My goal for today is just to get my early encounters trained up just a little bit. This is teaching us how to battle. We already know how to battle. I've been battling since I was a child, and I'm 28 now, so you know how that goes. Let's see. I'm gonna make my life easy. I'm gonna growl, lower his attack, so if he does hit me, he hits me softer. Tackle. So he's doing 2. I want to do 1 more, so it hits even softer. So I got time. Just want to give myself time, because I thought he had tail whip. All right, but with the -2, now he's back at -1 basically. We're gonna scratch, because I should do decent damage. Yeah. Using tackle. Oh, he got the crit! No! Okay, so every hit is doing 2 for him. Come on, give me a crit. Whatever you do, don't crit. Oh, this is gonna come close. Oh, this is gonna come close. Oh, this is okay. We made it out. We should make it out. Did we almost lose the run before it began? What the so as you can see, this will not be easy. How do we almost lose the run already? All right, let's lock in. We're alive. That's all that matters. Oh my goodness. This is about to be stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not looking for it. If I can make it past Brock, I'm not looking forward for Misty. That Starmie is a hassle. It just outspeeds everything. It just hits so hard in this game. Like, I have to pray I get a Pikachu in Viridian. Because if I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, I feel like once I clear, like the moment I clear Misty, I feel like the game gets a lot easier. But until then, this will be a rough playthrough. All right, and now that we're back in Palette, we got to go ahead and give him this parcel, which gets us our first set of Pokemon balls, which means the Nuzlocke officially has begun. We have Pokeballs, and we can get our first encounter. And here comes chat. Like, I got a question, Oak. Since nobody took Bulbasaur, like, can I have him? Because I would love to have this Bulbasaur, make my life a little bit easier. It's just going to sit here and rot away. Like, you could do me a solid. Like, you really could do me a solid. No? You don't like that idea, Oak? My bad. My bad, G. My bad. I just thought it was a waste of time to just have it sitting here, you know? Because it's just sitting here, and he's in this ball, and he's bored. Like, I just thought you would be friendly enough to give me that Pokemon. Because eventually I got to catch them all, right? Right? I guess he's not feeling that. Okay, we got the first encounter. Who are we getting? We're getting a Rattata. I'm not going to say it's useless for the team. It's a strong, normal type, quick attack, Hyper Fang, moves like that can come in handy. I think I'm going to hit it with Scratch just because I don't want to do too much damage. And I got the crit. I'm glad I didn't use Ember. I might have killed it with Stab. Okay, so now we're going to just chuck a ball. Three shakes, and we have our first encounter with Rattata. And it's the mouse Pokemon. And in my mind, for some reason, I want to name him Chucky after Chuck E. Cheese's, so that's what I'm doing. Chucky. All right. We are about to go ahead and switch train him up a little bit, though. Let him lead the party off. Haven't you people ever heard? Okay, that's the Pidgey. Pidgey, I couldn't catch you. I can't catch you, buddy. But we can slaughter you. We can turn you into some barbecue chicken, some barbecue bird, some barbecue pigeon. And that's what we're going to do. He's going to use tackle, and then we just going to fire roast this boy. Look at that. See, that's exactly why I didn't want to hit, use Ember on the Rattata. That stab was going to do like major damage. They both get 11. Like 11 XP does nothing. Oh, this might be a long grind. But on the bright side, I will have very limited options in Pokemon. So it's not like I'll have a whole lot to train. On the bad side, I'll have very limited options in Pokemon. So when it comes to taking down these gyms, I have very limited choices of Pokemon. But we're going to have to figure it out. I'm really hoping I get a Nidoran, male or female. Static encounters don't... Ooh, what am I going to do with static encounters? Chat, decide below what I do with static encounters. For example, you have your static encounter that is the magic card that I can always get because it's just $500. So in that sentiment, do I get that encounter automatically and it doesn't count for my encounters? Or do I have to wait and just like say I get that encounter that would count for my encounter on that route. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. All right, we got to get the second encounter. The second encounter should be simple. Oh boy, please give me the Mankey. Please. Oh wait, before I do that, I definitely need to buy some extra Pokeballs. Because if I don't get the Mankey because I don't have enough balls, I would literally cry myself to sleep tonight. All right, so I have $3,000. We are going to get 5 balls, so I have 9. Hopefully that will be enough. Let's see. We're gonna start off. I think the hardest part about this is going to be managing the poison, because in this generation, poison outside of battle does do damage. But I guess outside of battle, I can use heal items, so that's when I'll be using my potions. Because I cannot use potions. Not the spirit. No. Yeah. I needed that Mankey so bad. And now I have to do a switch because this is going bad already. If I'm going after Spearow, that means I don't have a type advantage over Brock, which means that's genuinely about to be a hard fight. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna figure it out. We ball. All right, the peck does 5 damage. That doesn't do a lot. All right, so we're gonna throw the ball. Hope he stays. Look, we got the 1 shake, we got the 2 shakes, and 3 shakes. So we got the Spearow. And because I didn't really want Spearow, and I really wanted that Mankey, all I can think to name them right now is what he just gave me. Welcome to the team, Pain. I'm about to cry. Watch, this one gonna be the Mankey. Hey, Pokemon gods! Oh! Why? We lost Rattata already. Can this get any worse? Look, man. I had the right idea. I didn't think about the fact that I was gonna get outsped and get stuck in the fight. To be fair. Now Rattata's gone, and I have one less encounter to fight Brock with, and this is bad. This is very, very, very bad. This is very bad. We're gonna name this the Death Box. The Death Box. All right, this is the Dead Box. Because I can't. Okay. Rest in peace, Chucky. You didn't last long. That's my fault. That is completely my fault. I knew better. How long do you think it takes before I get my next death, guys? Look, but if you have made it this far, just do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Most of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it'll do us a huge favor to go ahead and just, no, you don't need to show me how to catch Pokemon. I just caught a Pokemon. I caught another Pokemon. I killed the Pokemon. I already know what I'm doing, man. All right, so we're going to watch him teach us how to catch a Pokemon. Well, I'm going to watch him teach me how to catch a Pokemon. And you guys are going to see me shortly. All right, I think we have 2 more encounters because we have our Route 2 encounter. But let's see, Route 2 encounter. So we could dupes it, or we can catch it. I'm going to dupes it. Because it is a duplicate encounter. I want to see if I can get something better in this grass. I think Pidgeys are in, but you don't want a Pidgey in this situation because you already have a Pidgey. I think if we get a Rattata again, I'm not going to call dupes. I'm going to just get it. And now I got to get the Pidgey. But the problem with Pidgey is now I have 2 flying types, which is yeah, that's not the best situation to be in, but you know, we're here now. I do have to look up what level is Brock's team because I can't over level either. Okay, so we have, that should be low enough to catch this Pidgey. Yeah, I do want to check what level is Brock's team. Brock, FireRed. All right, Brock's ace is a 14, so I can go up to 14 max. Pidgey, you're getting a new name. Pidgey, you're a bird. I'm naming you Bird Person. Shout out to all the Rick and Morty lovers. Can I fit Bird Person? Yes, I can. All right, so we got Bird Person, and now we go into the forest. And let's see. FireRed encounter table. I do want to. I'm using a, let's see, FireRed encounter tracker because I just want to make sure we keep track of everything that we get. All right, and now in Viridian, we have a very small chance at a Pikachu. Huh. Can I get lucky? Please get lucky. We got a Weedle, which is Beedrill. I would have rather. Okay, we got Weedle. We're gonna try to catch Weedle. But this is the team I have to go into Brock with, by the way. A Weedle, a Pidgey, a Spearow, and a Charmander. Yeah, I don't know. We make it episode 2, guys. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. I'm gonna get through this battle. Got a lot of chocolate. Alright, I'm scared of it using poison point, and I don't think I have. We got a guy that's got a poison, I'm not gonna lie. I think Weedle's poison a lot in this generation. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't let it attack. Alright, Weedle. Let's see. It's a B. I'm 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 gonna name them Peas. I just thought about the black eyed peas because it evolves into Beedrill and things. All right, we are genuinely in trouble. I think. Look, I've been hearing a lot of good things about One Piece, so I'm thinking about going back and watching that again. Like I know it's a good anime, and I know every anime has its hardships. Like Naruto had a lot of filler. So, you know, Hunter x Hunter had its extensive amount of hiatuses to the point where people call it hiatus. But my problem is I really, I don't know if I'm not fighting them. I don't even know what level Pokemon are. I think he's going to be over leveled on me, and I don't want to deal with that. Oh my goodness, I actually got the Mankey. Level 2 Mankey that I could have caught if cars were my favorite. He's gonna run away. So let's just try to get through Viridian. I'm gonna fight who I gotta fight. I'm gonna avoid who I have to avoid. I'm not going to fight everybody, I don't think. No need to give myself extra close calls that I don't need. I do think I want to like switch train a couple. I have to train these guys eventually, so I think I'm gonna train Drill up first because I feel like that he can definitely come in handy in a way. I don't know how he's gonna come in handy being a bug type. He's gonna have a weakness. Like everything I have has a weakness to Brock now. Back to my topic, like every anime has its problems, but I really, really, really want to get through watching One Piece. I just boy, I'm gonna need the antidote now. See, that's why I said we was dangerous. And since I only have one antidote, if he poisons things. Matter of fact, we're going to put Weedle against Weedle, so if it does poison Sting, I don't have to deal with the poison. Because can Weedle get poisoned? Yeah, it can. Okay. I'm just gonna mess with that. Because that just makes the most sense to me. Because if I leave Pidgey in, it's gonna bleed his health. And if I let it health bleed, it's gonna be harder to get out of here without having to run all the way back, forcing more encounters. Yeah, no. We don't want to get a hold by like we want to. Weedle was painfully weak. Like painfully. Let me get a crit. All right, so I'm gonna come back to this. I'm not gonna make y'all sit through this battle. Y'all, I'll be back after. Finally. Like, okay. I don't even remember what I was telling you guys. I know it was about One Piece and how I want to finish it. But it's like, it's one of those things where I want to get back into it and I want to give it another try. But I'm terrified to give it another try because so many people have told me that One Piece gets worse. And what they mean by that is, I think I'm about to lose Pidgey. Oh, it let me out of there. If he would have got poisoned, I would have lost him. If he would have got poisoned, I would have lost him. Yo, what is up with this run? Please. But yeah, a lot of people tell, like, I got the Thriller Bark, so I'm like 300 and I think I'm like 380 episodes in, so I finished Thriller Bark. But I've lost my momentum with it because when I breezed through the beginning of One Piece, but I got to Thriller Bark and I felt like that arc was paced so bad that it made me want to stop watching it. And like everyone who loves One Piece and watches it, they tell me, yeah, that was a bad arc, but they always say, oh, it gets worse. They're the worst paced arc. And I'm sitting here like, it's no way I can deal with that. Like, it literally it took me like a month to get to Thriller Bark, maybe 2. It took me like a year to watch Thriller Bark because it was so boring that no matter how I put it on, when I put it on, it would just make me struggle to like watch it, and I would stop it and then not pick it back up for a long time. So it's like, do I really want to sit back through that? But I really might start. I haven't really decided yet. I don't know what to do to get through Viridian right now. This is genuinely a challenge because the easiest way would be putting Charmander in the front and just clean sweeping everything. But under no circumstances do I want Charmander to be in the fight. I didn't mean to encounter him. And he's a bug catcher, so he's gonna have a Weedle. I have too much. How am I gonna do this? Oh, Charmander is in front. Charmander, you just have to kill both of them quickly. Oko. Yeah, I need that Oko. Because I cannot risk somebody getting poisoned. Because it's too many steps away. Okay, and then Rick is about to drop a Caterpie. This is less scary, but I'm still gonna go ahead and go with the Oko. Hit him with a left, hit him with a right. I'm gonna knock the Caterpie out like Fight Night. Okay, we get through there. Of course, Caterpie can't hack it. All right, we gotta finish getting through Viridian now, quickly, before I mess something up. Because that actually just scared me. have to. But as for anime, what I have been watching, I've been watching Black Clover alone, and I finally started catching up on Gachakuda because I do love both of them right now. It's like a lot going on in the world of anime. I have not watched JJK's new season, so I definitely need to go watch that. And I did finally finish Soul Eater. So now that I finished Soul Eater, I kind of want to go and watch Fire Force because I do know that they're like in the same universe and associated. So I might go do that. Oh, see, these are the things that Radical Red changed that I didn't remember. There's a whole path back here on Radical Red. Like you go down and there's a whole another part of a route that apparently does not actually exist. All right, let's see. Let's keep Naruto in the front so I can get through him because he's a bug trainer. We get here. Watch, it's gonna be a Pikachu, and I can't even get him because I already got mine counted. No, it's a Weedle. We're gonna go ahead and make this a little bit easier on myself. We are going to go ahead and use Ember to kill this to get it level 10. That should get Charmander to 10. That does not. It only gives me 29 XP, but he'll have some Pokemon for me to wipe out real quick. I still have Route 3. I think I can still do my Route 3 encounter. I think I'm about to walk out to. And then that's all my encounters. Oh, he has a level 9. Okay. This is a... Am I going to risk it? I am going to risk it. Matter of fact, I'm switching to P, so if he poisons things, it doesn't do anything for real. Yeah, he does poison Sting. It'll probably hit him for a deep. See, only 2 damage. Can't poison. Now we're switching back, which is the risk because if he poisons things again, he might poison Naruto. He does go poison Sting. Does he poison? He got a crit off. He didn't poison. Now we use Ember. See, we gotta do a little switch training sometimes. Get that Oko, but that's gonna level up P's. Level 9. That's good XP. See, that's 49 for P's, which should give him a level. It didn't give him a level. That was a waste of my time. I thought he would get a level there. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we made it out, and now we are going into Route 2, which I already have an encounter. So yeah, this is my team for Brock.
I'm in danger.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. So, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching it. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe, and check out the next one. I'm hoping you enjoy the series. I hope you enjoy the content, and I will see y'all in the next one. Ernest is out.
I know that they wanna do all the shit I've been doing, but they cannot do it. I whip through my city, my gang rolling with me, no time to stop.